Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Tier 1 Cards and Games in Anchorage, Alaska, where I'll be fighting a 750-point battle between my Genestealer Cults and Michael's, the Imperial Paladins. So they're a Space Marine chapter that is a derivative of the Imperial Fists, but they're going to be running the what are they called? The Black Templar. I'll get this sometime. The Black Templar chapter tactics. So the story that we've got here is that his forces were sent to this planet because a Tyranid Hive Fleet was believed to be heading towards this sector. So a bunch of different groups were sent out to the different planets to try to help bolster the planet's defenses in preparation for the arrival of the Hive Fleet. Not knowing exactly which planet was to go to, they sent smaller forces to these different places. When they arrived, they were faced with a cult insurrection. So the cult uprising had started in anticipation of the arrival of the Tyranid Hive Fleet. So they went to work to try to take out and put down this cult rising before the Tyranids got here, so that the planet had any sort of chance of survival. So that's the story that we've got going on here. We will be doing the Spoils of War Maelstrom mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the two armies and psychic powers that are going to be played today. So for the Genestealer Cult, I'll be running a combined arms detachment. Leading that off, we have a Patriarch, who's a level 2 Psyker, and we have a Primus with the Sword of the Void's Eye. We have a 5-man Acolyte Hybrid Squad. We have a 6-man Acolyte Hybrid Squad. We have an 11-man Pure Strain Squad, all with Scything Talons. We have a 4-man Aberrant Squad with 2 Power Hammers and 2 Power Picks. And we have a 5-man Aberrant Squad. So for the Imperial Paladins, he'll also be running a combined arms detachment, and they will be running the Black Templar chapter tactics. Leading it off, we have a Captain with a Power Axe. We have a 5-man tactical squad with a veteran sergeant with a power sword, a melt-a-gun, and a rhino as a dedicated transport with a dozer blade. We have a 10-man tactical squad with a veteran sergeant with a power sword, a flamer, a heavy flamer, and a rhino as a dedicated transport with a dozer blade. We have a 5-man assault squad with jump packs, a veteran sergeant with a power sword and melta-bombs, and 2 flamers. And we have, last but not least, an ironclad dreadnought with assault launchers and 2 underslung heavy flamers. For psychic powers, my Patriarch rolled on the Broodmind discipline, so he has Mass Hypnosis as the Primaris, then rolled and got Might from Beyond and Mind Control. So those are the armies that we'll be facing off today. Going over deployment, I've got my 6-man Acolyte Squad back here with my Primus attached to them. I've got my 5-man Acolyte Squad inside of that building. And these guys are all in reserves. Then I rolled infiltrated with my Warlord, the Patriarch, and the 11-man Genestealer Squad, and they rolled a 6! So here they are, 3 inches away from the enemy, getting ready to run on in there and hopefully kill some people. Going over his deployment here, we've got over here is the 5-man tactical squad with the captain inside there. We've got the assault troops here. We've got the ironclad right here, and we've got the 10-man squad inside of here. So as of right now, Genestealer Cult are going to be going first, unless he can seize the initiative on a 6. So can he seize the initiative on a 6? No, he doesn't. That's a 2. So we will come back to you with the cards drawn for Genestealer Cult here on turn 1. All right, so I drew Claim the Rightful Dominion, which is a score D3 victory points at the end of my turn if you control an objective marker that was under the control of your opponent at the start of your turn. Then I got Ascendancy, D3 victory points if I control any 3 objective markers, and Supremacy, score D3 victory markers if I control at least 2 and twice as many as my opponent. So yeah, pretty good draw. So we'll see how this goes. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. These guys all just kind of shuffle up into range over here. So moving on to the psychic phase, I rolled a 3, leaving me with 5 dice, my opponent with 3 dice. And we're going to start off with him casting Mass Hypnosis onto his ironclad dreadnought there. So Mass Hypnosis is a malediction that targets a single enemy unit within 24 inches. While this power is in effect, the target's weapon skill, ballistic skill, initiative, and attacks are all reduced by 1 to a minimum of 1. So I need 1 warp charge, so looking for 1 4+. Not getting it. Okay, so moving on, he is going to cast Might from Beyond onto him and his unit there. So that would give them +1 to their strength and give them rage. So again, looking for warp charge 1. Off to a great start so far. He got more 6s than I did. All right, so yeah, nothing on that one. So we'll come back to you with the assault phase because no one's going to shoot. Assault phase, these guys are going to charge into them and him. So it's going to be a multi-charge here. So he's going to overwatch. We're going to start over here. He's got 2 flamers in there, so 2 D3 Hammer of Wraths. Up to 4. All right, so strength 4, toughness 4. So looking for 4s for this.
Same AP and strength as a bolt pistol.
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you do the bolt pistols? And he's got 3 bolt pistols, so these are hitting on 6s. Got 1 more for that, so that's going to be 5 total strength 4, AP 5 shots. Wounding on force, we got 2 wounds. We got 2 5-up invul saves over there. And we got made 1, so taking 1. Boop. Sounds good. And then over here, we've got 2 D3 walls of death from his heavy flamers. So 4 again. And these are strength 5, so wounding on 3s. All right, so we got 2 wounds. He's automatically passes Lookout Sirs, so he's going to automatically pass these off here. So 5+ invul saves. I got both of them. Woo! I'll take that. All right, and then their charge distance coming in here. With fleet, yeah, I'm going to fleet that because I think I would like some, hopefully better than that. And I got better, so 9 inches. So they are in. We will move them in and we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. Starting out the fight sub phase here at I7 is my Patriarch. So he has 4 attacks base. I don't get +1 for the bonus for charging because A, they multi-assaulted, and B, it's a disordered charge, and B, he has the assault launchers. So those count as defensive grenades. So he's got 4 base attacks. He is going to be, what's your weapon skill? 4. He's got weapon skill 7. So I'm going to be hitting on 3s. So hitting on 3s. All right, so I got 3 hits. These are strength 6. So he's got front armor 13. So I'm looking for 6s to glance. Yeah, there we go. So you got 6s to glance. Actually, possibly pen. So 6s are rending, and I have shred. So looking for 6s. Show me some fill faces. Got 1 fill face with shred. Got another fill face. So that's 2 plus D3 onto these. So these are, at this point, they're strength 12. So they will be glances for sure. Let's see if they are pens. Those are 2 pens. So the result is plus nothing because it's AP 3 because he's got the Patriarch claws. These are AP, so plus nothing. So let's see what happens. We got 1, he's immobilized, and 3 is snap firing and can't move next turn. All right.
So he just can't, he snap fires.
Oh, so he just has snap fires, but he is immobilized. So he's down 2 hull points and immobilized. All right. So now I've got 2 guys that are going to also be going into him. So because he's immobilized, they're going on rear armor now, and they have they're going on rear armor and they auto hit. So they've each got 3 attacks base, but they also have scything talons, so they get +1 for extra close combat weapon. So we've got 8 attacks coming into him, auto hitting. So these are looking for 6s to glance. They would also possibly, actually it's 6s to pen because it's rear armor is 10, so strength 4 plus 6 is 10, and then it would auto pen. Yeah, only penning it. So if we see a 6 though, he's gone because he's only down to 1 hull point. We got none. Oh, that's rough. All right, so we'll come back to you with the attacks onto the assault squad. And now we have 8 Genestealers going into his assault squad over there. So they're going to have, again, 4 attacks each. So there's going to be 32 attacks going in there from the 8 guys that are into that squad. I'm going to be doing 16 at a time here. So I'm going to be hitting on 3s. Alrighty.
like seeing that many ones and twos.
Yeah, that's a bunch of 1s and 2s there. All right, so these are going to be strength 4, so wounding on 4s, 6s are rending. Oh, so we got two rends and 1 armor save. Do you want to do those now, and then I'll roll my next 16?
We can just stack them.
All right. What's up?
We can stack them.
All right, we'll just stack it. So we've got 2 rends and 1 regular armor save. So the second run of 16, they're going to be coming in here. Hitting on 3s again. Okay, that one's cocked. Not as many 1s and 2s on that one. Yeah, no, that was a pretty good roll there. All right, and these, again, wounding on 4s, 6s are rending.
All the 3s.
We got another 2 rends, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. So you've got 6 saves that you can make, because these guys don't have feel no pain or anything, right? No. Yeah, so we've got 6 saves of 3+, and 4 are just going to be dead.
So if I fail any one of these,
If you fail any of these, they're all dead. So, yeah, failed 1. Oh, just enough. Just enough. So they are wiped, and that is First Blood. Woo! All right, so now his Dreadnought gets to attack back. He's got 4 attacks base plus 1 for extra close combat weapon, but because he's immobilized, he loses 1 attack. So he's down to 4 attacks here. These will be hitting on 4, and then wounding on 2s. Yeah. So here you go. On 4s. All right, so we got 3 hits. That's pretty good. Wounding on 2s. We got 1 wound. I'm going to automatically look out, sir, that onto one of my onto the regular Genestealers. So he's got a 5-up invul save. Oh, and he makes it with a 6 with a fill phase. Woo! All right, so I will then just consolidate them in because he's fearless and I'm fearless. Everybody's fearless over there. So I'll consolidate them in, and we'll come back to you after movement phase for we'll come back to you with the cards. I'm sorry, for the, what is it? The Paladins, Imperial Paladins. I got it. He was going to say it, but I said it right before he said it. So just technically, I got it. I forgot to go over mine. So I did get 1. I got Supremacy because I control 2 objectives. He controls 1. So I get D3 victory points for that one. I got 1. All right, so I got 1 victory point for that one. All right, so we will come back to you with the cards drawn for the Imperial Paladins here on turn 1. And he drew secure objective 2, 3, and 4. So I'm actually currently on 4, so that's pretty. I'll probably be able to steal that on my turn. But he's on 2 right now, so he's got that one at least. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Imperial Paladins here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Imperial Paladins here. This move shuffled over this way, and then these guys disembarked over this way 6 inches. They disembarked, and then he shuffled over that way, moving 6 inches over that way, and he is immobilized. So that is it for movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. I don't know if anyone can shoot. No, one can shoot. So you might do some runs, but those are boring. So we will come back to you with the fight sub phase. Okay, so moving on to the fight sub phase here. My Patriarch is going to go first, so he has 4 attacks. We realized that you don't auto-hit immobilized walkers. They just have the -1 to their attacks as opposed to dropping down to weapon skill 0. So he doesn't auto-hit, but he will be hitting on 3s. Ugh, got 1 hit. Strength 6, so glancing on a 4. No, nothing there. So we will come back to you with the rest of my other guys' attacks. Okay, then I've got my 10 Genestealers there. They're going to have 4 attacks each because it's 3 base plus 1 for extra close combat weapon. So there's going to be 40 attacks. I'm going to be doing it 20 at a time. So we've got 20 attacks here, hitting on 3s. Okay. Actually, pretty good attack there. And penning, it's going to be glance on 6s, but with rending it becomes pen. So if I see 1 6, he is gone. And there's a fill phase. So he is dead, but he is a vehicle, so I don't get to consolidate from him. So that is the end of the fight sub phase. So we will come back to you with the cards that he got here on turn 1. So he has secure objective 2. He got that one, and the other 2 can't be given away because of the mission type we're playing. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 2. All right, and I drew Domination, so it's my third one. So I've got Domination, Claim the Rightful Dominion, and Ascendancy. So we will come back to you after movement phase for Genestealer Cult. All right, movement phase here for the Genestealer Cult. The squad that was in here returned to the shadows, so they went into ongoing reserves. This squad came in from reserves. The other one did not. These guys stood still where they were. And these guys moved 5 inches over this way from when they had consolidated, or when they moved over from being on top of him. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, psychic phase. I rolled a 2, leaving me with 4 dice. My opponent with 2. I'm going to be casting Mind Control onto this squad back over there. So I need a Warp Charge 2. It goes off with 2. So he can deny it. He's got Adamantium Will, so he's looking for 5 pluses. And no, so it goes off. So I will now fire with them. All right, so they're going to fire into their own Rhino that they just got out of. The only things that can do anything are the Melt-A-Gun and the 1 crack grenade I can throw. So the green will be the Melt-A-Gun, black will be the crack grenade. Hitting on 3s. Okay, so that did not hit. The crack grenade did. So strength 6, looking for a 5 to glance. It's a glance. All right, so that sounds good. So it's down 1 hull point. All right, we will come back to you. No shooting again, so we will just come back to you with the assault phase. All right, the assault phase. These guys are going to charge into his Rhino over there. So vehicles can't overwatch, but let's see what happens here with the charge distance. 5 inches. I'm going to fleet that. With 11 inches. So we'll move them in and we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, starting off here, my Patriarch's going to go first. He's got 5 attacks on the charge. So he will be hitting on 3s. Okay. Got 2 hits. Strength 6, looking for 4s to glance. With Shred, we got 2 pens. So it is a wreck. And it can't blow it up. So it is a wreck. All right, no need to do anything else. And I can't consolidate because of it being a vehicle. So that is the end of the Genestealer Cult turn here. We will come back to you with the objectives that I got. All right, I got rid of Domination, and I got his hold objective 4 because these guys are actually on objective 4 there. So we will come back to you with the cards drawn for the Imperial Paladins here on turn 2. All right, so he drew Hold the Line and Secure Objective 4 again, which is not great for him. So, and he's still got Secure Objective 3. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Imperial Paladins here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Imperial Paladins. These guys shuffled up this way. This guy moved through over this way, past his dangerous terrain test. He is dead. And these guys shot around this way so they don't have any worries about cover. So that's it for movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, this squad here, starting off the shooting phase, is going to fire into them. We've got 5 bolt pistols, including one from the captain there. So he's going to have the black one. The other 4 are going to be hitting on 3s. Black one's hitting on 2s. All right. Wow, that was like.
My paladins need to go back to the range.
Exactly. They definitely need to go practice back on the barge. And then we've got the 1 Melt-A-Shot. That will be hit. So the Melt-A-Shot will be wounding on a 2, and the black is going to be wounding on a 4. All right, so we got 2 wounds. 2 5-up. 2 5-up invul saves. That one's cocked. Unfortunately, I saw the fill face. No, so 2 go down. And then we got 2 shots from the Storm Bolter into these guys over here. So 2 shots hitting on 3s. We got 1 hit, wounding on a 4. No, nothing there. And that is it for the shooting phase. So we will come back to you with the assault phase. All right, so into the assault phase. They're going to assault into them. I've got nothing to shoot them with, so let's see the distance. 6 inches. That will definitely get them in. So we'll move them in and we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, moving into the fight sub phase. I declared a challenge and he accepted with his captain. So we've got some warlord on warlord violence going on over here. So my guy will go first at initiative 7. So he's got 4 attacks base. So he will be hitting on, what's your weapon skill? 6? So he'll still be hitting on 3s because he's got weapon skill 7. So hitting on 3s. Okay, so I've got 2 hits. Wounding on strength 6, so wounding on 2s. Wounding on 2s, 6s are rending, and I have shred. All right, so 1 wound, 2 wounds, but no rend, so 2 3-up armor saves. So he makes 1 and takes 1 wound. All right. All right, so I've got 8 Pure Strain Genestealers here coming into his squad over here. So that's going to be 32 attacks because they've got 3 attacks base each, plus 1 for extra close combat weapon with the Scything Talons. So we're going to be doing 16 attacks at a time. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Okay. Whoop. And then these are going to be wounding on 4s, 6s are rending. Oh, wow. So we've got 4 rends and 4 wounds. So we have 4 rends and 4 wounds. Then we will do the second set of attacks here.
Yeah, let me just roll the armor.
All right, so we got the 4 armor saves.
If I make them all, my sword is still up. Yeah, no.
Oh, no.
You wipe them.
Oh, yeah, and it also goes into him, right? Because that was 3. How many wounds does he have?
I failed 3. He has 3 wounds.
He has 3 wounds, so he already took 1 plus another 2. So yeah, he's also dead.
Okay.
So that is Slay the Warlord, and that whole squad's wiped. That is, wow, these guys are brutal. This is the first time I've gotten to use these guys. All right, so I will consolidate them, and then we'll come back to you with the cards.
Take 4.
All right, so he doesn't get any of his cards, but he's going to get rid of Hold the Line. So we will come back to you with the cards drawn for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 3. All right, so I drew Overwhelming Firepower, leaving me with Overwhelming Firepower, Claim the Rightful Dominion, and Ascendancy. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Genestealer Cult. We've got the 2 squads came in. One rolled a 5, one rolled a, but the aberrants rolled a 5 on the cold ambush table, so they can't actually shoot. And then the other guys rolled a 4, so they're all just out of 6 inches of these guys, and that's where they're going to be. These guys moved up here, and that is it for the movement phase. So we will come back to you with the psychic phase. Psychic phase here, I rolled a 5, leaving me with 7 dice, leaving my opponent with 5 dice. So we're going to start out with him casting Mass Hypnosis onto these guys, which would reduce their weapon skill, ballistic skill, initiative, and attacks by 1. So, to a minimum of 1. So, rolling 3 dice, it's looking for 1 success. Getting it with 2. Do you want to try to deny that?
Nope, you can have it.
Nope. All right, so they are now Mass Hypnosed. And then I've got 4 dice left that I'm going to roll into Might from Beyond into my guys here. So, looking for 1 war charge on this one. Getting it with 3, but I did perils. So, do you want to try to deny it? So this is on looking for 6s, looking for 3 6s. No, so it goes off. So they are +1 strength, and they have rage. Let's see what the result of the perils is. Oh, it's a 1. Oh, no. All right, leadership is 10. Oh, no!
Oh, no.
All right, so that is Slay the Warlord. Woo for him. That's hilarious. And now my unit here suffers D6, Strength 6, AP 1 hit. So D6, we got 1. Strength 6, so wounding on a 2. That's a wound with a full face, not great. They've got a 5-up invul save. No, so 1 also dies in that one. Not great. So the shooting phase, I've actually got a shooting phase. Hey! So these guys are going to fire into them. So I've got 6 auto pistols and 1 the needle pistol. So these are all his is going to be hitting on a 3. Theirs are going to be hitting on 4s. Okay. Burp. All right, so we've got 2 hits. Wounding on 5s, strength 3, toughness 4. We got nothing there. So that is the end of the shooting phase. So we will come back to you with the assault phase. All right, the assault phase, these guys are going to assault into them. So we're going to Overwatch. He's got his flamer and heavy flamer at D3. The black is going to be the heavy flamer. All right, so 3 regular and 1 heavy flamer. So the yellows are going to be wounding on 4s. The black is going to be wounding on a 3. Okay, that one's cocked. Yeah. All right, so 1 wound. 5-up invul save. He's good. Woo! And now we've got the bolter shots. And now we have 15 bolter shots coming in here because his sergeant has the pistol. So these are going to be hitting on 6s. We've got none there. So I will roll their charge distance here with fleet, but 8 inches is good. I will take that. So we'll move them in and we will come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so moving on to the fight sub phase. These guys charged into them. There's 7 guys there each. They have rage because of the power that went off that ended up taking away their patriarch there. So they've got 6 attacks each. There's 7 guys there. There's going to be 42 attacks coming into here. So I'm going to be doing 21 attacks each time. They're going to be hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s because it's strength +1 because of that power. So hitting on 3s. All right, we'll come back to you with this. All right, so I got this many hits. Now these are going to be wounding on 3s. 6s are rending. We've got 1, 2 rends. And we have a whole bunch of wounds. 3, 6, 9 regular wounds. So why don't we do the armor saves for this one? Okay. So we've got 9 armor saves. So 2 are just dead. Now we've got 9 armor saves. 3 ups. So another 2 are dead. And that was 5 total, right? Yeah. So we got another 4. And another 1 more dead. So that's 5 dead total so far. And we'll come back to you with the second half. All right, so we've got the second set now coming in. Second set of 21 attacks. So hitting on 3s. All right, we'll figure this out and come back to you. And now wounding on 3s. 6s are rending. All right, we got another 2 rends. This was a 6 there. So we got another 2 rends. And then we've got, these are not wounds. So we got another 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. So 7, 3 up. So we got 5 coming in here. That's another 2. And then we got 3. Yeah, we got 3 left. And he's dead. All right, so that squad is wiped to a man. So we will consolidate them and then come back to you with the cards. All right, I'm going to get rid of overwhelming firepower, and I secured his objective 4. So we will come back to you after with the cards drawn for the Imperial Paladins here on turn 3. All right, so he drew Hungry for Glory and Secure Objective 6. So we'll come back to you after movement phase here on turn 3. All right, movement phase, he just kind of shuffled around there. And then we're just going to move into the shooting phase. So he shot his Storm Bolter into these guys here. He got 1 hit, so wounding on a 4. That is a wound. Looking for a 5 up. No, so 1 goes down. All right, so that is the end of the Imperial Paladin's turn here. We will come back to you. He didn't get any of his cards, so we will just come back to you with the card drawn for the Genestealer Cult here on turn 4. All right, I drew no prisoners, so we will come back to you after movement phase for Genestealer Cult here on turn 4. All right, movement phase. Both these squads rolled 3s to move, so they just moved up there. These guys just shuffled around over there, and that's it for movement phase. We're not going to have any shooting phase. We're just going to go straight into the assault phase. These guys are going to assault into there. And they are in. So we'll move them in and come back to you with a fight sub phase. All right, moving into the fight sub phase. These guys are running into here. They've got 5 attacks each on the charge. They are within 12 inches of my Primus, which gives them hatred. So they will be re-rolling first round of combat. So I've got 30 attacks that are going to be coming into there. So I am going to be rolling 15 at a time, hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of the first round of combat with hatred. All right. And now I am going to, now they are strength 4, so I need 6s to pen because of rending. We've got cocked. We've got 1 so far, so that is a pen. And then we've got, add that 1 in there. Then I've got 15 attacks again, hitting on 3s. Re-rolling first round of combat. All right. And looking for 6s to pen. And we've got 2 more, so it is a wreck. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the game with a Genestealer Cult victory. Woo! That was a brutal match. Literally nothing did anything else except for my Genestealers, which were unbelievable. They just rampaged through with getting that 6 on that cult ambush for the infiltrate was brutal, just killer. Being able to get in there and just destroy everything the way they did was yeah, just brutal. So this is my first time really getting to run the Genestealer Cult. I didn't really get to use anybody else too much, just the Genestealers, but man, did they totally make it up for it. There's 6 of them left out of the 11, so I lost 5 guys, plus I warped my guy into into non-existence with that Perils, which was hilarious. Yeah.
I wanted him to die first turn.
Yeah. If he had, it's true. That's true. Yeah, if he hadn't died that first turn, the other 2 squads probably could have just picked him off. But because I was locked in combat, it just didn't, couldn't shoot him. So yeah, so lucky leaving it down to 1 hull point there. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I certainly did. It was fun getting to use my Genestealer Cults for the first time as a full non-kill team game here. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I have been Phil the Glacial Geek as always. My opponent's been Michael. Until next time, have fun.